Well, I pretty much designed a software program that automatically analyzes a ECG heart wave and breaks it down, and then by doing that, it's able to compare back and forth compare and pretty much correlate any variations to heart problems. And so I wrote the program myself. And so an ECG is a technology that hooks up to the heart, and it's able to read electrical activity in the heart. And based on that activity, it produces a heart waveform. That waveform usually follows this generic pattern. And there's specific components of the pattern that's generic, that's always there, consistent. And those are these deflections, which are P, Q, R, S, and T. And those are most probably always going to be there, usually. And so my software is able to break it down into those components and analyze them for the height and the duration of each one. And then by doing that, it's able to compare that to normal values of how a normal ECG should be, ECG heart wave should be. And then by doing that, it's able to actually identify variations and thus correlate it to heart problems in the heart. And so pretty much just another thing to share is this is a software I wrote, and this is the more user interface version. And you can see how it's the waveform right here, but also the different components are broken down and color coded, just so that identifying that they were categorized together.
Right.
And then it just shows how each one is independently analyzed, and therefore looked at that. Yep. And then I guess the last thing to mention is my future applications. I plan on developing this to a smartphone application, making it like a portable device, stressing two aspects, accessibility and affordability. Those are the two biggest things. Because I want to be able to take it, by using a smartphone, using that sort of portable technology, I want to be able to take it into three niches. One is being third world countries, places where they don't have accessibility to major technology, but making it cheap and accessible. You can give it to World Health Organization, Doctors Without Borders, and they can take it to places where they normally wouldn't have this. Second is out in the field, for example, military, submarines, out on missions where they're not going to have doctors with them, but if there's a problem, they can hook themselves up to the technology and it'll help them out and it'll fix it. And finally is integrating it with everyday, day-to-day life. Because everybody has smartphones now. But by getting this and allowing everybody to be able to possess such technology with them, they'd be able to provide constant feedback to doctors and be able to do constant monitoring for people who need it. So thus being able to immediately notify the ambulance if a cardiac patient has a heart problem or a heart attack, pretty much.
Very good, thank you.